You know when you have a dream and you see a pretty woman? You know that? You never actually see like ugly women in dreams. It's always like a pretty woman. Okay, it's always the same woman, by the way, for all of us. All of us have the dream of the same exact woman. No, she looks different. The woman he dreams of, or he dreams of, or he dreams of, is different. But it's all the same character. Who is it? Satan's wife. To such an extent that you're not even allowed to say her name. She's more dangerous than him. Even if she looks like your wife, it's her. Because that woman only wants one thing. She wants you to waste seed. Why does this woman get so much power over you that she can cause you to waste seed without even moving your body? Someone that's awake has to move their body, has to be intimate with his wife in order to have seed released out of his body. Something has to happen. A natural human being can't just have seed come out of his body with nothing. But somehow we're able to do it when we're sleeping. How? It's all those demons you created. They now go to work. It's at night. And for anyone that's still not sure if wasting seed is really that big of a sin or it's not, we had a whole, Baruch Hashem, couple of really big shurim about it, but there's a nice chidush I can give you about it. And this chidush is only about 70 years old. In the 1960s, there was a scientist by the name of Cleve Baxter. And Cleve Baxter got famous. He worked with the polygraph, which is the lie detector test. But he got famous as a result of taking his polygraph and doing something a little different with it. Instead of just looking to see if people are lying or not, you connect the sensors to plants to see if these plants are stimulated in any way, if there's anything there. And interestingly enough, he found out that there's a secret life to the plants. To such an extent that the plants are able to communicate with each other, with other species, and even with human beings. They're able to read our minds. How did he know this? So he connected it with a plant, and you see the reaction, based on the reaction and how the polygraph moves. He compares it to a human reaction. So for example, when the polygraph makes, let's say, I'll just give you a hypothetical example, makes a really big, 3 lines, that's the equivalent of a human being being stressed out. When it makes 3 small lines, that is the equivalent of a human being being happy. And again, these are hypothetical examples, these are not actual examples of a polygraph, but just for the purpose of understanding. So he saw that when he thought something positive about the plant, oh, what a beautiful plant, the plant actually had a polygraph move in a way where it made it happy. But when his friend came in, his friend who didn't know what's going on, friend came into his office, and as soon as his friend came into the office, he looked at his plant, and the plant immediately started showing signs of serious sadness. And he asked his friend, what are you thinking right now? Tell me right now what you're thinking. Because you want to know the truth? I need to know what you're thinking. I just think that my plant's much nicer than yours. And the plant was able to read his mind, and he was offended by it. It's a book called The Secret Life of Plants. Interesting book. Talks about this research that Cleve Baxter did in the 1960s, 70s. He did research for 40 years. What does this have to do with our subject at hand? Is that over the next 40 years, he didn't just spend his time with plants. He also started testing different things to see if other things have any type of reaction. One of them was semen. He wanted to see if the semen of a human being is alive or not. And he put that same sensor on semen to see if there's a reaction. And according to his reports, as soon as the person that wasted that seed walked into the room, the seed reacted, as if a child sees his father. So for anyone that thinks, oh no, listen, there's only, you have 300 million seeds as the average statistically of what comes out of an average ejaculation, and only one of them is going to have the zchut of creating a baby, so that means that 299,999,999 are a waste. They're dead anyway. No, my friend, they were all alive. They just didn't have the zchut of being alive and coming in. But now that you wasted them, each one of them turns into a demon. Who is going to join you? He's going to be right there. You can't see him, but he's right next to you. He's the one that's stressing you out. He's the one that's trying to encourage you to make a sin. He's the one that's trying to encourage you to do it again. He's the one that's trying to encourage you to be Mechalel Shabbat. He's the one that's making you tired in the middle of a Shiur Torah. He's the one that's telling you to cheat on your wife. He's the one that's telling you all the bad things. He's the one that's stimulating you. But he's also the one that Hashem Merachem is going to be very, very angry to see you bring children to the world. And the reason why he's going to be very upset is because why didn't you bring me to the world? I was one of those seeds. Why didn't you bring me to the world? And that's why there's actually a minhag, still to this day, I believe it's in Jerusalem, that until this day, a father that gets buried is not allowed to have his sons carry him and bury him. Because chas v'shalom, he wasted seed even once in his life, that means that his children are in danger. His living children are in danger. So this is both spiritually proven, and now you have obviously another scientific proof. And if you want more scientific proofs, just watch the 3-hour lecture that we did in New York, Baruch Hashem. Had a lot of success, and a lot of Talmidei Yeshiva have learned this lecture, and Baruch Hashem have done tshuva as a result of it. And the reason why I specifically mentioned Talmidei Yeshiva is because to tell this to a secular person, it's a chidush, because they didn't even know they were supposed to keep Shabbat in this generation. They thought that driving on Shabbat is okay as long as they're relaxing. When you're secular, you don't know anything. But when you're religious, but no one's ever taught you that wasting seed is one of the top 3 biggest sins in Judaism. You've been going to yeshiva your whole life, but no one's ever told you that it's the worst level in Gehinnom. It's the worst possible thing you can do. It destroys you in this world and the next world, and so on and so forth. It's a pretty big thing to miss.